plan.
Kyle Larson in the blue and white 17. He's going for a win. Sheldon Creed is going to get into the playoffs with a win here. Looking to the low side. Larson can't do it.
This will be big momentum for that 9 car.
Noah Gregson has rejoined the front 2. Coming to the white flag, Sheldon Creed still has the lead. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. A lap car in between, and now Kyle Larson looks to the inside. He'll take the point. Oh, there's a lot of contact. I wanted to, and now Larson readies the car again. Creed off of the corner. Can Sheldon Creed hang on? His win would take him into the playoffs.
Watch Noah Gregson right here.
The 9 looking low. Noah Gregson to the low side. And Creed, he pulls the video game move. He's in the wall. Can he keep the throttle up? Here comes Noah Gregson. Creed cannot do it. And Gregson will win at Darlington.
Good restart by the 19. And that outside line as well.
Big push by the 19. And he gets to the inside again. 3 wide as they come out of 2. Now, 3 wide isn't going to work through 3 and 4. Sheldon Creed shoving the 19. He's sideways, but he lurches out front. The white flag one more time around. Jones gets tagged by the 54.
Whoa!
Ty Gibbs out front. Jones around. Caution comes out. Ty Gibbs sees the checkered yellow flags. And Ty Gibbs put the bumper to the back of the 19. And that's the
way
damage
out
that
again,
happened.
Joey.
Aggressive side draft for Sheldon Creed, racing up to that top lane. Jeb Burton is clear, push from Parker Kligerman.
And this is where he's got to be so careful to not get so far out again.
He's out there again, but they're pretty loose behind him.
White flag, 1 more, 2 back.
The 2 looks like he's backing up. The 2 is going to be the first one with the run. If he transfers it to 48 or not, he's going to take the run.
Here's the white flag. Final time around. Next flag ends the race, whether it be the caution or the checkers. Jeb Burton trying to win for a 2nd time at Talladega. Sheldon Creed is there. Parker Kligerman is there. Garrett Smithley is in the mix.
Here comes a big run. 00 is going to push the 2 car to Jeb Burton in the 27.
If the 2 can get clear to 48.
Down to the 2, down to the 2.
Gets the block in, Joey.
Yeah, Jeb's doing a great job. He's doing a good job at defending that. He's want to keep some. He's going to want to keep them 2 wide back there. If one of them gets single file, the run's going to be big. Jeb's way out there again.
One more big run coming to the start-finish line.
Watch that 48 in the outside lane.
Watch the 2.
Here they come, back through the tri-oval. Garrett Smithley is spinning. They're racing back to the checkers. Will the caution come out at the line? It's Jeb Burton.
How good
And the caution is wet.
Ty Gibbs back into the gas. Austin Hill on his outside. Gibbs into turn 1. Contact made. He's tagged. Mayer gets into the back of him and around he goes. Hill also collected in it. They spin around. So far we stay green. We'll see if they keep going.
And it's Sheldon Creed that will take the lead in turn 2. Sam Mayer to 2nd. Josh Berry to 3rd. Sheldon Creed trying to make it back to the white flag, and Sam Mayer has damage on that Chevrolet.
Yeah, a lot of tire smoke. You have to wonder if that car can get to the finish line. Creed out front, though. What a huge, huge day this would be for this 2 car, and what a big, big change it would do to the points around the bubble. That battle, Creed has been a part of it. He gets loose right there. There's a lot of fluid on the racetrack. The 8 car is spinning out. A lot of debris and fluid down there in the carousel. Cars struggling to get through it.
Speedy drive also down here in turn 6. See Creed driving into the corner. He's free. The one of Mayer is right there with him.
Overtime, presented by Credit One, and now side by side for the lead. Creed misses turn 7, and around him goes Mayer. Mayer out in front, and they're spinning behind him as the white flag comes out. One more time around. We saw a car spin out of turn number 7. Mayer, does he have enough fuel? That will be the question.
Here comes Sam Mayer, final time entering the S's in turn number 2. So far, so good for Mayer. Now it's Sheldon Creed in the number 2 position. Across turn 4 for the last time, Sam Mayer with about a 9-car length lead as he races up the back straightaway.
Everything's clear on the backside of the racetrack over here. The tire smoke seeming to dissipate just a little bit. The 2 closing in now on Sam Mayer. Can Sam Mayer get through the carousel clean? It's very dirty and slick over here. Car sliding around. The 2 now knows that. Makes the adjustment. Coming out of this corner just about 10 car lengths back.
Yeah, Sam Mayer knows how slick the racetrack is. It wasn't completely clean from that oil on track, but you cannot get into turn 6 too easy and let the 2 of Grieg get near you. He gets through there, coming to 7.
He has saved fuel maybe better than anyone at the Glen. Sam Mayer comes out of turn number 7. Does he have enough to get to the checkered flag? Creed is going to finish second. Mayer's going to win at Watkins Glen. Row 1. Daniel Hemrick back there in row 2 with Sheldon Creed. Creed's never won in the Xfinity Series. Could it happen tonight at Daytona? Back into the gas they go, diving into turn number 1. Out of line, the 45 is going to start to fall back. And Allgaier now has cleared both lines.
That's a pretty good shove on the inside line. Big runs coming from both sides, though.
Now Allgaier has to block. He's got Hemrick looking. Here comes Kligerman with a run. He gets a shove.
Kligerman did not take the run. Now he does. Now he jumps to the outside of the 11 car. Now he's hoping for help. He's cleared, almost cleared Hemrick in the 11. Here comes the 2. That will give him big momentum coming to the 7.
Big run from the 48 here.
What does he do with it? He stays behind the 7, and they spin behind. The 26 goes around. So Kaz Gralla sliding, but they stay green.
He's on pit road. I think they can keep coming.
Side by side for second.
Sparks coming out of the 7. As he goes through turn 1, is there an issue? Up the racetrack he goes to block. The 48 now back down to block the 2. Allgaier, a car length and a half in front.
Everybody's down in that bottom lane. Good push is coming on the bottom here. The 11 and the 2. Big run.
Creed, what's he going to do with it? He looked high. Now he's side by side for the lead. Sheldon Creed, a half a car length ahead. Could this be the night? Here comes Allgaier. He's got momentum. They're side by side. Allgaier at the line. He'll win at Daytona. A shot to make it into the championship 4. It's overtime, presented by Credit One Bank. Hill on the inside, Creed on the outside. Back to the gas they go. Way up the racetrack goes Hill. Creed into the back of the 21. He doesn't push him up high enough, but here he comes. He gets to the inside. The white flag's in the air. One more time around. The 7 got into the wall. Now Creed pushing the 21 up the racetrack. They're side by side. Creed has to win to make it into the championship 4. He's never won in the Xfinity Series. They smoked the tires. Here comes the 7. Contact made. The 7 of Allgaier on the inside. Creed. Allgaier's going to win at Martinsville. Check on the inside. And then wreck back to green. Great restart by the 00 on the 7. The 20 of John Hunter Nemechek goes so hard into turn 1, he slides up the racetrack. Here comes the 7. They're 3 wide for the lead down the backstretch. How will they come into 3? Allgaier aggressively goes into 3. Custer on the inside. Here comes Sheldon Creed. White flag one more time around. Custer's pulled out to the advantage. He needs a perfect 1 and 2. Allgaier higher, trying to keep the momentum up. Allgaier, he's getting a little pressure for second. Custer pulling away. Custer proving he deserves to be a part of NASCAR's elite.
nothing left. I know it says only 2 to go, but it seems like forever.
Yes.
Austin Hill's been through a lot tonight. So much back and forth. But the money's on the line, a lap and a half to go, and he's got that 21 out front again. Brandon Jones ducking to the inside lane, getting a push from Sheldon Creed.
Yeah, Austin Hill's looking for that white flag.
Yes, he is. Riley Herbst is trying to rally after that penalty. He's up toward the top 5.
You like the Georgia Bulldogs? They're all Georgia boys up front right now. Hill, Chandler Smith, Brandon Jones. White flag is out. 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Next flag will end the race. Austin Hill in front of his old teammate Sheldon Creed.
Yeah, Sheldon Creed's hungry for a win. Uh-oh.
There goes Ryan Sieg.
18, just watch 18.
That might do it.
Caution would end it.
No yellow. No yellow.
No yellow yet. Austin Hill out in front of Sheldon Creed.
Nobody's going to be able to get there yet. Here, 5 back 18, no yellow.
What an advantage on the final lap at Daytona. Sheldon Creed going to do it again. The Georgia drivers got the hat trick at the World Center of Racing. Austin Hill gets it done. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Shane Van Gisbergen, 2.2 seconds in front of second place Sheldon Creed. It hasn't been easy.
Hasn't been easy.
He's been as smooth as a nice glass of Chardonnay. And
that's for sure. You know, in the first half of the race, I thought he was going to just go through the field, right? And in the second half, for whatever reason, I don't know if the competition got better or he got worse or whatever that may be, but competition catch up on him, and they made him work for this one.
Out of turn 4, down to turn 7 for the final time. Can manage the S's and not have to worry about the drivers behind him.
I want to see if he drifts the racetrack again. That burnout last week was absolutely incredible.
Unbelievable, wasn't it?
We make sure we catch that.
SVG on his way to the wine country trifecta. Fastest yesterday in practice, wins his first career pole today, and set to capture the checkered flag. 97 in turn 11. He is impressive. 35 years old from New Zealand. Back-to-back victories for Shane Van Gisbergen.
Allgaier and Creed making up row 2. Great launch for the 00 of Cole Custer. Here comes Creed on the outside.
Now can Creed get clear of the 20? He does. Single file in second. That will give him options down here in 3 and 4. 1 car length behind the leader.
Get a reminder, if the leader gets to the white flag, the next flag determines the end of the race. Right on the back bumper of Cole Custer. Here comes the 18.
Inside.
1 more to go. 3 wide for the lead. Bell on the inside. Creed on the outside. Custer fighting back. Down the backstretch for the final time. And C. Bell pulling away. Creed running second. Custer is third. He's done it. Christopher Bell, 4 straight wins in the Xfinity Series. And New Hampshire stacked up the first 4 rows. And a very even restart. Now jumping out of line. The 18, but he jumps back in line.
That destroyed the energy on the outside.
But here comes the 7. Allgaier trying to get by the 8. He stays high and he'll clear him down the backstretch. The 18 stays back there. He's getting a shove from the 20 of Nemechek. Those 3 are going to try to surge ahead. Here comes the 30 on the inside. He'll start to fall back. A big gap now between Allgaier and the rest of the field. White flag one more time around from Michigan. Has Allgaier gotten too far out in front? Creed to the bottom of the racetrack. He still has a little bit of help with Nemechek. Down the backstretch, the field, 2 by 2 for 5th and a big wreck. The 88 gets caught up in Carson Kvapil. The caution comes out, that will end the race. Upside down and over, goes to 28. So Kyle Sieg back on his wheels. And Allgaier will win in Michigan. So far up through the gears, everybody inside the top 10 has been able to make it into turn 1. Side by side for the lead. Zilic up the racetrack, a wreck in the back, but off of the track. 3 wide for second. Connor Zilic out front.
They're leaning on each other for the second spot. 3 wide up to the S's. Here comes Connor Zilic in the 88. He'll grab the lead. Shane Van Gisbergen in the 97. To the outside of A.J. Allmendinger in the 16.
Mayer weaving his car back and forth. He may be out of fuel. Here's Colleague Racing teammates battling for the second spot into the bus stop. Van Gisbergen with the preferred line there. Allmendinger with the crossover. He goes now back to the outside. That's driver's left as Allgaier's in the wall. Back in the bus stop. Meanwhile, this battle for position up front continues. SVG trying to hang on to the second spot, and he does somehow.
Chandler Smith aggressively in the 81 trying to get up there and fight for that second spot. The 88 of Zilic trying to get to the white flag. The next flag that would come out after the white would end the race. Do they have enough fuel to go all the way around again? 3 wide now for second. The 97, and they wreck coming off of the turn. The white flag is out. Connor Zilic, does he have enough fuel to get all the way back around?
That's the only question for the leader. The question is, who will be second if he doesn't, Bags?
Here they come. Final time up the hill through the S's. It is chaos from second on back. Connor Zilic is leading everybody by a country mile. Sheldon Creed will get through for second. Here's the rugby sprung from third on back as the leaders hit the back straightaway for the final time.
And that was big for Creed to get to second. He is plenty good on fuel. Meanwhile, Herbst gets turned in front of the back half of the top 10. Another car slams into the wall. They are wrecking hard on the back straightaway as everybody piles in. Caution flag is out.
And this is great for Connor Zilic because the caution comes out. He's got to reduce his speed to a cautious pace, but he does have to get all the way back around. Even if he ran out of fuel right now, that doesn't guarantee a win.
He does have to get all the way back around.
And you're seeing right here, Sheldon Creed's trying to go by him, but he can't.
He can't pass him as long as the 88 runs a reasonable speed, and I believe he's doing just that. It's downhill from this point of the track, Rick. The 88 should be able to coast it home.
Look, you did a hell of a job today, buddy. I'm so proud of you. This was what the effort went into. Thank you, all you guys. 88 group, y'all been awesome the whole time.
The 18-year-old Connor Zilic is going to win in his first start at the Glen. Custer coming up on 3 laps to go. And still, we see Chandler Smith trying to get by Creed for second.
These guys have been going at it.
Almost this whole run.
Donuts on the side of the 18 car.
Oh, the 81 has him in a good spot, stuck up behind that 44.
Had to get out of the gas, though.
This takes a little pressure off for Cole Custer. These guys racing.
Cole Custer coming up on 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank.
White flag this time.
Cole Custer, a year ago in Phoenix, was able to capture the Xfinity Series championship earlier this year. He locked himself into the playoffs with the win at Pocono. Now he's going to win at Bristol, and he wins the regular season.
Hell yeah, guys. It's Bristol night race.
Overtime, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Taylor Gray's right there on the rear bumper. Starpoli's in the wall.
No caution, we race on. Here comes Taylor Gray to the inside. Side by side for the lead into turn 3. Coming back to the white flag at Martinsville.
And he did it exactly like Sammy Smith did it, maybe even a little bit cleaner, moved him up the racetrack, and potentially is going to clear him off for turn 4. They're side by side to turn 1.
Taylor Gray back to the race lead. 3 of the last 6 races at Martinsville have had a last lap pass. Sammy Smith is there. Justin Allgaier is there. Will there be contact? There is. There goes Gray. Here comes Allgaier. Austin Hill out of nowhere. It's going to win in Martinsville. Do you believe that? With a huge crash at the start-finish line.
Dude, I hate this place too, but that was unbelievable. Good job, dude. Good job.